Now we're going to be heading to taste some Crianza with Victor Urrutia, who is the CEO of CVNE. And he has been with CVNE for over 20 years and really seen it all happen in Rioja, and always one of the greatest values in wine. Thank you for talking to us today.
You're very welcome, Ian, and it's my pleasure to be with you here today to present my winery and a couple of our wines.
Let's talk about CVNE specifically. Today we're talking about the 2019 CVNE Rioja Crianza, and it just recently received 92 points. And you guys are located here in Haro?
Correct, yeah. This is the northernmost part of Rioja. I'd say it's the birthplace of Rioja.
And you said about the last 150 years, and that's almost to the date. You guys got an anniversary coming up here.
Yeah, just around the corner. You know, it's exciting because with old venerable companies, things tend to go slow, and I'm part of the 5th generation. And it's on us to celebrate 150 years. There's very few wineries anywhere that have been in the same family for 5 generations, and it's something we're very proud of. So it's my job to present these wines to you, and the wines that we make, particularly the more important wines, the Grand Reserves and so on. These wines are built to last, and they need to be better over time. And if you think about the good things in life, are those that improve over time. Yeah, whether it's movie stars, homes, cars, novels, movies. Yeah, if they're not getting better with time, perhaps they weren't that good in the first place. The winery entrance, you know, back in the days when I started here, you couldn't visit the winery. It was shut out to the public. There's the vinification plant where we make the wine. That's where the grapes come into those vats, and where they become wine. The sugar, because of the alcoholic fermentation, becomes alcohol, and that's where the magic happens and the wine is made. And if you had taken that picture 100 years ago, 150 years ago, it would be pretty much the same. It has not changed a whole lot. And I think that's a good thing.
The barrel story in Rioja is an amazing one. And the immensity is being a wine that's kind of made for the world, because you certainly can't make a business out of making wine for your local Spanish population. You've got to make wine that is exportable. And
totally, yeah. We did in the past, and we thought about it sometimes, you know, to make wine without aging in barrel, to be drunk faster. And we just didn't know how to do it. It didn't work. You know, it's not what we're about. It's not how we know how to do things. That's another beautiful picture of the winery. Again, you could have taken this picture 150 years ago. It wouldn't be too different. Exactly the same.
And we're talking right now about Crianza. It's kind of the entree into Rio.
Right. What does that mean? Yeah, some people get in the New World, in the US and Australia and so on, you categorize wines by varietals, and that's helpful. It's certainly helpful. You know, this is Chardonnay, this is a Pinot Noir, this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. We don't do it that way. These are terroir wines. It doesn't. I'm not comfortable just saying it's a varietal wine. Yeah, it doesn't speak of the variety. It speaks of where it comes from. So, what does Crianza mean? Well, Crianza literally means to bring up, and it's a wine that's been raised for a minimum 1 year in oak barrels. Small oak barrels are 225 liters in a different container. In our case, it's a concrete tank. But regardless of the vintage, the wine will have a certain style and a certain characteristic. So in a cooler year, the wine will be a bit more subdued, a bit more mineral. In a hotter year, like 19, the wine will have a certain more power in it. The alcohol will always be very similar. You know, it's got to be within certain parameters. It can't just be 1 year this way, the other way that year. And it's useful because people that are used to the wine, that they like it, that it's in a certain way. Yeah, you don't expect it to change too much. And I think the softness of this wine, the fact that it's just so damn easy to drink without losing any complexity, that's what characterizes it.
Well, as we talked about, this is our ambassador Crianza for the program, and we were tasting different levels tonight. So we're going to break right here.